Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back, Imperial Jedi. Just admiring the view right here. What a beautiful region this is, isn't it? Actually, I kind of forgot in the last episode we didn't do a nice little overhead shot. You guys don't even know what it all looked like. Yeah, it's really nice. And I thought we would do a little bit of sunrise right now before we get too distracted by the day-night cycle. Yeah, beautiful city, beautiful day. Traffic's not too bad. And I'm loving the airport. All that air travel right there, eh? Bang up job we've done so far. I'm really happy with this. And it's so cool seeing like the area that we started. You guys remember this area? Look at that looking all grown up. A little skyline behind it too. Yeah, it's just fun seeing all of the areas like come together. I wish we could work on this for the next like year straight, you know what I mean? In a weird way, like I feel like we've almost done like nothing, you know? But at the same time, we are many episodes in. I think it's episode 30 now. I don't even know what episode it was last time. And guys, thanks for the comments. Just really appreciate everything. It's a lot of fun just reading up on all of y'all. Okay, so where we last left off, we had just actually finished doing the little in-town urban interchange thing here. And I think, you know, especially with the bike lane going through, because like it almost feels like it kind of like matches that side, right? Has the right kind of feel and curve to it. And, you know, a little bit of closeness to the water here, but maybe like the sea spray. Maybe it feels nice, right? Hot day, go on by, get some splashing from the waves. Dip your feet in, who knows, right? That's a nice view, though. But yeah, okay, so I kind of thought we'd have a bit more of the neighborhood built up. Didn't quite get as much built as I thought. That's okay, though. I think we had some fun distractions. But I think before we do some more neighborhood expansion, what I'm going to do is just turn off the day-night cycle, even though I do love it. It just gets so beautifully distracting. No other way to say it. I think we're going to dive in right away with trying to figure out how we're doing the little train station and bus hub right here. And I do want to just, you know, actively expand as well. I don't want to have this big transit hub for like the 17 people that live here. We have to have it for real reasons, you know? And, you know, I think because of the hill and that kind of stuff, we're probably going to sneak on through with a partial tunnel just to make it a bit easier here. Go underneath these guys. So I was saying before about, you know, tunnels being expensive and stuff. So I think I've effectively gone in a weird circle and we're going to be blowing the budget when it comes to that. But, you know, it'll be okay. It'll look really nice, right? Okay, well, let's just dive right in. So I thought from a simplicity perspective, we can do this in a flat plateau that's not maybe the peak, you know? So let's start like that. Effectively maybe the same height as this area. Or we can have a nice bus that kind of like curves down the hill. That would be really cool, actually. And then the train can kind of sneak in through. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you there. All right. Now, what are we going to be using as assets? Sneak this back and forth. Keep the synthetic dawn going. Just don't want to talk over the radio announcers, which is probably going to happen again right here, of course. Is it going to be a lot of talk? Probably not. So let's just keep them for the best. Okay, so the station should probably be on a road that maybe has buses. Just from a visual simplicity perspective, you know? And then where do we connect? Okay, let's try to make use of the interchange here. And let's not do too many stoplights along this guy. So, I feel like there's just enough room, but at the same time, I don't want these intersections so close to one another. Let's give that a whirl and maybe pull this one just like the littlest bit back, you know? This is not really a traffic light. I just don't want to have the intersections too close together to create kind of those like weird bottlenecking effects, but I think we'll be okay. In fact, yeah, I know we will be. I'm worried about nothing. Story of my life, right? Okay. Get these curves looking a little bit more manageable. Kind of works a bit with the terrain there. I like that. Let me raise that a little bit more. And then, you know, when in doubt, it always looks nice to use the sound barrier if we have the option. I don't think I do, though, for these guys. I think it's just the two-laner that has it. Yeah, that's okay, though. Just leave that be. So the train station, bus station will be off of this. A 6-lane option, so you can easily cross the street. And we'll have another road that goes up the back way. And so the station can be right on this. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the track in through here and then go underneath that way. almost like a trench kind of going into it. That'll look really cool. So part of it will be visible. So we'll go like this, and then into tunnel. And of course we'll lower the terrain, you know. Oh, actually, you know what? We can come out a little bit closer. That's actually a bit more realistic too. That's good. Okay, so let's make sure all these heights work with each other. But obviously, like, the shorter the tunnel, the cheaper it is in the grand scheme, right? And for our little rural budget out here, we're gonna be breaking the bank just over this, right? Lovely trains going by. Like I said in the last episode, I really am just like a train enthusiast. I mentioned Transport Fever my first pass around. Had a lot of just like requests to keep that kind of thought alive. So I do want to, yeah, branch into some more games. My YouTube channel is pretty much just City Skylines. I'm at that weird part too, where I am trying to make this like, you know, the full-time grind. So I'm trying to like, get more games, more variety and stuff, right? I love Skylines, but you know, we just got to get the world to find it. And I think a great way to do that is to play other games and then make them into Skyline enthusiasts, right? But yeah, no, I appreciate the support, guys. A lot of you made your way over from the other content creators. So I appreciate seeing you over here. And yeah, just because I'm moving in real life, you know, I'm a little bit slow just getting content back rolling. But in the grand scheme, the return of the Jedi, it's here, you know? So good content ahead, and I appreciate all the support. All right. Probably could have done this a little bit faster by doing the slope tool, but that's all right. That might be what we're after. Just make that nice and even. And I was going to try to do a retaining wall, but it looks like the rock on its own actually did a pretty fantastic job of that. I quite like that. Side note, this is my favorite song on the whole Synthetic Dawn soundtrack. I love this one so much. Just feels so good, doesn't it? Okay, that's really nice. All right, so we're just a little bit out with the power. We can probably connect that with some commercial buildings right here. And that little flash we're seeing is because I believe I'm still, yeah, underground. There you go. So if I bring this up and then take this off, there we go. That should be, yeah, perfect. No more underground road fiasco. That was a weird one in that last episode, wasn't it, eh? Almost had to restart there. I almost had no idea what I was doing. Such is life. All right, so the transit hubs that come with Sunset Harbor, outstanding. So I'll probably use one of those to make it look really nice. A bus intercity hub would look really fresh there. It might be a little bit too big though, actually. Yeah, Metro Intercity. It's a bit more of a realistic size. Don't need these options right in front of me. Can I get an anarchy? No, still slope issues. I don't think I would use the Metro. I always like to have the you know, the option just in case, but I like the way that building just looks though. Maybe we can flatten this out and see if it'll want to fit. If not, actually no, you know what? Just to maybe give you guys a little bit of inspiration. I'm sure this is like nothing fancy, you know what I mean, in the grand scheme of it all. But let's start, you know, designing our own. Make our own little bus bays, right? Why the heck not? All right, so let's switch this back to the 4-laner. And then just in here, we'll have buses come in and just have the ability to do a little turnaround. And before we get too carried away, I want to see how the other side of the train's gonna connect. Oh, that's fairly straightforward, actually. That'll be pretty good. And again, we're gonna try to use the terrain and everything just to our advantage here. So let's do a little gentle turn-in. Speaking of transport fever, you know. Straight line, definitely not the most effective way sometimes to go between two places. Very expensive that way. So you follow the train. Make that as convincing as you can. As I make that look terrible. All right, smooth this out. This is actually a nice view right here going into the industrial part of the city. In this particular mod we're using, the enhanced zoom, it's kind of an interesting one. First, I really wasn't a big fan of it. It kind of threw me off a little bit. But now, yeah, I really enjoy it. Another one of those things that makes the game better, right? The mods. But I was saying in the last episode, like, according to the data, like, the vast majority of players are still vanilla players. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just cool to know that you have a workshop, if you're on PC, at your leisure. At your just, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cost anything. It's so cool. especially when you're doing those like custom builds of like recreating cities that you would find in real life, like having those assets available, that is cool, man. All right, keep this alive. Yeah, you can hear with so many assets running, my poor computer is like, please, less assets. Sorry, computer, we're working on it. Either that or we just download more RAM, right? Let me just actually fix this a little bit. A little bit sharp. There it goes, that's better. Okay, so if you're a bus coming in, let's say we have a one-way operation to do this. So this is the main entrance. Oh, a trolley bus would be really, really nice. Those are kind of things maybe we can do in the last pass. Who knows, right? Do a little bit of brainstorming with the other guys when it comes to some more public transit. I do want to introduce, though, a few bus lanes. Let me just really quickly see what the bus situation looks like through here. I know we got some. Yeah, okay, there's some in here. That's not too bad, but we can probably connect up a little bit more of the world here, and then probably get more of the neighborhoods using this main line as well. But let's get the infrastructure built. Oh, get back here. Where are you going? Let's get the infrastructure built today, and then we'll worry maybe next episode on getting the lines and whatnot running. Because it always feels like you got more time, doesn't it? When in reality, you don't. Okay, so that gives us the ability to come in. You can still do a nice little turn around to the left here. Give yourself the old loop. And then if we can get one more of these in, just like that. That's cool. And then this can be a better... Again, thank God for the movement mod. You know, we actually might be able to sneak one more in if I do that same little... There we go. And the goal of this is to have the ability for multiple buses to come in, pick up people, drop them off, not necessarily get in the way of each other, so we can get multiple lines going through here. And then because we're using a one-way system, it should be pretty smart for traffic, with or without mods, you know. If I was not using mods, I'd probably space these roads out a little bit further, but principally it's the same idea, you know. And because we're making this a little bit like kind of like convoluted, extra distance and stuff, you shouldn't really see too many regular cars on this, so we shouldn't even have to use any of the restrictions that would come with the traffic president. It's a shame, though, we can't just use a bus-only road. Oh, we have it going, actually. Oh, well. Hello, and how do you do? See, these are the kind of things, right? This is not a vanilla road, but I guess we used other modded roads, so this will be okay, right? That's a work truck. That's all right. All right, so buses can come in. That looks really cool. And we'll put a couple plazas through here. Maybe lower this, actually. Okay, so our commercials come in. That's grand. That does need to be a different slope. You know what? Then if that's the case, let's actually get rid of the commercial because it's a little bit too steep right there, and we'll put them on the inside. And then as far as a power line coming down goes, I may need to put just like one of these guys as kind of like almost like a power bridge. Let's see what this looks like here. Yeah, that's not terrible. And then as far as noise goes, what's your bubble? May you turn on, please? Ah, I see. You will not. Hey, come on, man. What are you doing here? Not operating? Oh, there's no wind. Oh, for goodness sakes. Wait, is there really no? There is no wind. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, forget that plan. Let's do. Okay, we need to get to the other side of the train station. Maybe have a little bit commercial just right there. Oh yeah, we wanted to, of course, bring the back road with that slope up there too. Oh goodness. Now, does that mean that we want to have a bridge going over this? Because I feel like a level crossing might not be the best approach. And so we gotta remember, like, what would be in the budget for a city of this like size and type, or like this little area up here in the hill, right? Like, how much of it would be expanded, and like, I don't know, what kind of traffic are we even like dealing with over here? You know, this actually might not be all that bad. Now that I see it, right? All right, let's just see if we can get up here. Okay. I'm losing a building, but that's all right. And I do, if we have a little bit of time towards the end of this episode, I do actually want to keep the mall. I think we're going to keep this. We're going to scale up just this little bit right here. So let me remove these guys. And I'm going to have on the one side, we'll put in some high density. just to kind of make up for the fact that we're removing a few people here, putting in a little bit of commercial to get some variety. And then I think I'm going to maybe toss in like a dead-end road, and we'll start putting some more plaza stuff on this, you know? And if we can, we'll try to bring, some buses and whatnot down here. So this is just kind of to get some starter vibes. But we'll probably find, I just want to keep going with this. All right, just maybe a park or something. You know, actually might be really nice. I don't think we've used it yet. The only thing is it's a very big park. It is the Central Park. I don't think we've used it. Central, yeah, this guy right here. How big are you? Wow, okay. Huh. I do love the idea of this. It's just way bigger of an asset than I thought, eh? Okay, in my mind, I feel like that might look nice kind of over here in like one of these little spots. Kind of tying in a bit more with the downtown even. So let's not place it now. Maybe that can be something we do on the last pass. Try to make that a little bit more grandiose. Who knows, right? Because I feel like, if I don't finish this, I'll forever regret it. So let's just keep on keeping on, right? Good thought on the mall, but let's work over here. Hope you guys don't mind the rain. I kind of enjoy the sounds of the rain as it falls. Yeah, we can probably get a little bit of commercial up here. And we can probably put a little plaza in this spot right there. And then, a little extras I would like to do is, if we can, I would like to get a small lookout area built over here too. It's a nice sized plaza. That actually might be kind of cool. And then pull the train station, or the train entrance a little bit further back. Okay, can I get underground this way? I believe so. Can I? No, I can't. I have to pull this manually. Okay, that's fine. How's that looking for curves? That looks pretty good if you ask me. Make that a little bit lower. And then that way, it kind of looks a little bit nicer with the tunnel right there. Okay, switch this over. And I think I have to get rid of that little bit that I just zoned, because look what it did to my beautiful tunnel. You are banished. Yeah, keeping that just like that. Okay. Really quick, so we're going to need somewhere for our buses to actually go. I'm going to go ahead and just put a few more streets on this thing here. Zone this to be a bit more high density in the square. And we'll throw, a couple buses in here. And then I do want to just do some generic zoning through here so we can at least have this build up a bit more while we're chit-chatting. Okay, so bit of a grid, nothing wrong with that. And I'm really trying to just keep the locals, like, kind of quiet side street vibe going here, so we'll do this as a dead end. And then just so I can see this be a bit more built up, I even made the joke last episode we're gonna do detail, and it didn't happen. I really want to though, but I could probably spend 40 minutes just doing detailing on what we just built, last episode, right? And that I mean, it might be nice to look at. I don't know. I don't want to say that's kind of boring, because I would enjoy it, right? But it may not be the best use of our time. That's all, right? So maybe we'll just kind of fill some more stuff in and see how it turns out. But just like a fun, friendly recap, because I'm so tempted to do it. Let me just do one little neighborhood here. Yeah, when you're looking for some just really simple detailing to do, just in case you're joining us and you haven't seen the previous episodes, is feel free to do some fencing in between your properties. So like here, for example, right? We can make it seem like we have fencing going on this side, no zoning on the back road right there. We can create some boundaries in the properties. Really simple, right? I'm not going to cut through here because then we end up losing the squares overall, right? But that kind of vibe overall looks nice, especially if you have the patience to do it. Okay, I'm putting that on 3 speed so we can get more zoning in here. And then just to help kind of keep the demand in check, I'm going to throw just a little office building or two in here. And I'm going to head over to just a little bit more of the city center. And I'd actually like to zone some offices maybe along this stretch right here just to get some more height in. And then speaking of height, what we could do is specialize one of these areas here, and then we can use the IT cluster, and that creates a taller set of office buildings. That's kind of cool. that's the thing too. So if you play a lot of vanilla, just make sure you're using the DLCs accordingly. Because with your districts, right, you've got a lot of specialization. If you've got the Green Cities DLC, that's the one where you can do the organic and local produce, where you end up with more commercial buildings that have like parking lots and like a little bit of a newer feel to it. And that in itself kind of gives you like more variety to the city. Almost look like you're playing with a whole bunch of custom assets, right? Okay, connect these two. I really do like this, eh? Can't believe I lived my entire life not doing stuff until now, right? And all it took was a collaborative series with the best of the best to teach me. Who would have thought, eh? I'm glad I have some takeaways from this series, you know? And I'm just as pleased as Punch I was invited to this, you know? And to be on brand, of course, we're the one adding delays and whatnot to the series, but, you know, we got good intentions. We're enjoying this, too. I'm really happy to have you guys with us. Okay, so traffic's being pretty manageable down there. That's good to see. And again, I see the few roads for like the buses and whatnot to kind of go to. I want to have like a little local neighborhood bus vibe through here. Let's go a little bit further down. And then just so that we have some symmetry and some repetition. Cannot believe I could not remember those words last episode. Oh my, don't you love and hate when that happens? It's funny too. Oh my goodness. I also think too, if you can't really poke fun at yourself, right? Like that's not the way to live life. You want to be able to laugh at yourself when the moment comes, right? So silly old me, forgetting words. But yeah, so I do want to see the repetition. So let's zone a very similar area to this over on this side. So it kind of feels like we're in the same part of the city, you know? So I'll go ahead and just change out our district here. I'll just throw a new one right in and then specialize that with the European Suburbia, which is one of those little DLC packs on its own. It's kind of like a content creator pack, I'd almost say. Actually, no, I wouldn't say that because the content creator packs are made by people that usually do stuff for the workshop. So it's almost, I don't know, it's a weird one. What would you call that one? It's like the modern city center. I don't think it's, yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew more. I shouldn't just, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Anyway, back to this thing. It does look nice though, is what I'm trying to say, having the European Suburbia, one way or another. Okay, so Elk Hills becomes European Suburbia. And then we'll just zone that back in. You know, we'll zone both sides, get some variety. Spice of life. And then yeah, we'll sneak a bus through here, get people to the station, and then we'll get that train station talking to the airport. And that way we're just kind of like expanding the range of the people here transit-wise. Because, I mean, everyone says the same thing. I'm sure you guys are obviously very well aware of this too, right? In real life, you know, a train station, all these transit hubs are only as effective as their reach. Like, if you live across the street from the train station, that's fantastic. But if you've got no bus to get you there, or, you know, the place where it drops you off, if there's no transit on that side, you're not going to use it. You'll be happy with your car, right? And it's that approach you want to get away from when you're trying to make, like, a transit, like, focused city, right? And then cities, I mean, traffic is a byproduct. You can design your roads beautifully, but if at a certain point you're not thinking about public transit, you will hit the bottlenecks. You'll hit the gridlock, you know? And when you think about it logically, right, like one city bus, that could be like 25, 30 cars worth of people on you know, taking off the road there, right? So definitely don't beat yourself up if you're always running into traffic, to try to understand why. And a lot of the time it's going to be, you know, just a lack of public transit. I've seen that very commonly. Could be things like, you know, intersections too close together or that kind of stuff, right? But if you feel like you designed your roads well and you're still getting traffic, yeah, consider public transit. That's my PSA right there. Okay, so we can get to both sides of the rail. That's kind of cool. I see us meandering a little bit further on down and maybe having like one more casual connection to this. I don't know. Do we want some lights? No, we don't want lights. We'll leave that. We can always make it bigger later though. And this can just be an opportunity for a little bit more density. Okay, so as far as a bus goes, let's just really quickly have a community bus. That's a toughie though, isn't it? Eh? We almost need one that goes up to this side and back, and then one that goes through the other side and back. Yeah, I think what we'll end up doing is have it go a loop on each end. So we'll loop here, go through, loop. So that means we're going to want to pick one of these blocks to probably reconnect a bus to. Yeah, so actually what I think I'm going to do is just connect these two roads. So I'm sorry we're going to lose a house here. Eminent domain. People like, there, all moved in. I'm so sorry. You'll be well credited. We'll have a new house for you, I promise. Okay. And then, yeah, just a bus going through both sides, please. How do you do buses? Buses are over here, of course, bus routes. And then we'll just click on this as our start. Over to here. And then I don't think we need to stop on the main road itself. I think we'll stop before it near the school there. And then we'll come down close to the train station, of course. Do that. Pick up people, drop them off. And because it's a one line kind of falling back on itself, we're going to make sure that we're doing both sides of the street, both stops. We don't want this to be like a one-way little route. And then, you know what's so funny? I wanted us to go that way, but I didn't actually do it all that well. So, yeah, I guess we're doing this. There you go. So a little community vibe. Bus comes, picks you up, drops you off, takes you to the train station. Train station takes you further into the region or to the airport. And we could even do our own little line that goes straight to the airport itself. Okay, let's do a little route on the other side now. Okay, we want to make sure, though, that we got a road for... Oh, yeah, we can turn around up here, can we? I believe we can. That is a steep drop, though, for the bus. You know what? We're going to have the bus, I think, go a little bit further down on a main road just to get a bit more coverage. So let's sneak down here, go straight, gently curve in, and then back here we can do a little loop around. Okay, so I'm going to sneak this through to help with some symmetry. Just connect this back down. And, you know, a bit of a big block to go around, but we could definitely use this as our turnaround point. Actually, even better would be just one bit closer. There you go. Okay. So, I mean, basically the same idea, right? Getting both sides of the street, making sure we're encouraging people like 1 or 2 blocks over to walk on in, take public transit, maybe leave the car at home, you know, encourage that. And then we're going to be distinctly going to this side. We're not going to bother crossing over like that, I don't think. And that'll maybe give us a chance to get a few commercial buildings over there, and then hopefully get some traffic going this way. So why don't we do that? And there's a different stop, and then we're coming back around. That's great. Cool. And then what we can do, I'll show you in one quick second here to help encourage people to use the buses even more, is sneak that in. Beautiful. Let's do some pedestrian walking, little walking paths. It's like right here, for example, right? Bring this up, make sure you're ground, and then just do that. Look at that, eh? So people on this street can just really casually walk on over, grab the bus stop. Simplicity like that, make it more walkable. Yeah, walkable. The walkability score, that's what I was trying to say, is really, really important in your city. It helps a lot with transit. And things like, you know, bike lanes, the bus lanes to a certain extent. But yeah, bike lanes, walking, and then, you know, taxi cabs, right? Get people out of their cars. Any way you can do that is a good way. And this just blew up nicely, didn't it? All right, so we can do a bit more commercial zoning on this side. It would be nice to have the ability to like go into a parking lot, turn around, not have to go the whole way up the hill to do that. Okay, so I just need a smidgen of room through here, just a little itty bitty bit more here. And we'll just keep an eye on that symbol. I'm fairly certain the buses, yeah, there they go. Generally, when you mess with the roads, the buses should sort themselves out afterwards. And if not, then you gotta delete the route and try again. But those are the kind of symbols we just don't want there forever, you know? So again, we'll give that a second because we've been messing with the roads around here. It found itself, that's great. So just a hint of high density for some variety. And it's cool having the American and the European sets. Keep forgetting that. Normally I play just one or the other, right? And lately I haven't even touched the European set, so it's cool to see some variety again. Okay, I don't remember if we need pipes. We might need to throw a few in there, but that's not bad, eh? So buses can go to both sides now. We could even do a little pedestrian bridge from here. Oh, that'd be kind of fun, actually, yeah. All right. And I don't know how we're 30 minutes into this episode already. I was like, oh, we're just getting started. Great, we can do so much more. Oh my goodness gracious me, we are out of time soon. Okay, so where are we going with this one? Maybe from like here, we can walk over, like where the hill kind of starts. We can, yeah, take advantage of that, right? Oh yeah. And then that can just kind of sneak on down, right? And you know what we could do is get that one to go to the back of the train station. Yeah, you can see where the pathway is connected. People will use both sides of the train station there. It might look a little bit jank, but hopefully not. And in terms of the height for the trains here, I believe we have enough clearance. Oh, that's a nice first-person walking. Wow, that's nice, eh? The first-person mod here. Look at us taking a little zoom around here. That's cool. Oh, gotta look both ways. Oh, trucks are doing their thing. Careful, safety first. Do. Oh, careful. This is great. I swear, the simple things for simple minds, right? I could do this for the next hour. All right, don't get too distracted. Get back out of here. Okay. Clearly my game is not like that, given that little lag spike. Yeah, I see a little bit of water. Okay. Just a little more casual expansion. And yeah, let's head over to the mall area. So I think I'm kind of over the fact that I can't use the Central Park thing there. It's a little bit too big. It'll be kind of nice to incorporate it later, but I just don't think I can do it now without feeling rushed, you know? Yeah, switch that to some Surviving Mars. Great track as well to go along with that. You know, maybe a little bit of office zoning in here. See what those look like. I'm not normally a fan of the single daughters, but you never know. Single daughters. Daughters and your sons. No, that's not the right kind of dotting. The other kind. Dot the I's, cross the T's, that kind, right? Okay. I just love looking at this game. Gosh, it's so good. Really quickly, so this is zoning while we are at least working over in the mall area. I'm just going to throw in some more housing through here. Just kind of take advantage of that hillside. If we can get some layers and tiers to this, you know? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And that can be a little dead-end street. So we'll just wall-to-wall zone this, and this gives our buses some people to move around. We do have the makings of some services in the area, so people should want to move here. I probably have to increase the healthcare. I think schooling is okay. We do have the university, which is accessible now because they have the train stations. Don't really need an offshoot campus up there. We could probably put a library down, though. I love how I said, I'm like, oh, let's go work in the mall. And here we are. Oh, it's just so tough to get away sometimes, isn't it? So this can expand. I see it now. Probably get another block or two down here of some services and whatnot. Because this could just basically go down and just become like a little square on its own, right? Yeah, a little bit like that. And then if we can improve on that symmetry just slightly, that'd make me happy. Yep, that's nice. And this just gives me somewhere to, like, you know, attach the library, right? Not feel like it's in the way. Okay, too steep? What? After all that? Oh dear. Okay. I'll show you too steep. Wait, it really is too steep. All right. Okay, moving mod magic, and then we'll have the road just connect back up over top of it. And I think that helps sell the story a bit more too with the slope. And then, as you know, as far as noise goes, I don't know if people would be like opposed to living up here. The train, I don't think should be too loud. It's more that the stations themselves that get loud. So how do we skinny that road? Give us a little bit more room for the zoning. And that can be a couple high density buildings. We could put a little bit of commercial on the main road and then just some residential up in the hill there. All right, so this can be like a high density pocket right there. Some commercial in this little section. Commercial down here. Let's fill that in. And then yeah, where are things like a clinic gonna fit? So I don't think we need a hospital over here. I think that's gonna be a little bit overkill, you know? Okay, just coming in side streets. Gosh, I still can't believe I played the other way before, eh? We'll allow it, though. We'll allow it. I'm still new to the game. 5,000 hours in. Still feel like I'm new. It's kind of funny how that works. I really do feel like I'm new to the game a lot. And especially some of the mods we're using, like, with this particular save file. I had no idea it even existed. So I've learned so much more about modding. I think it's kind of a fun approach, though. All right. Keeps me wanting more as well. When you feel like you know the game too well, you'll lose interest in it, right? All right, so maybe another service. Yeah, like a fire station over here would be kind of nice. Just from like a safety perspective, right? Yeah, you know what? Even like close to the highway might be a nice one. I don't know if we have the right power coming through here, so these guys might need their own junction. Oh, I'm so silly. You know what? We had the 6-laner through here, or the asymmetrical road through here before. What I'm going to do though is just do this so that the service vehicles can basically cross both sides, no median. That kind of borked what I was doing before with the roads. But that's okay. And then how are we? Let's just connect to there. I know that's not a road, but you can forgive me for this one. And yeah, bringing power down, let's see what we need, because these are the kind of things where we could probably do a connection with, like, yeah, one of these guys, right? Looks nice in the hill over here, too. No, it's going to be too noisy. I thought that was commercial for some bizarre reason. Okay, don't mean to be all over the place, but a little bit of that right now. Let's get back into the groove of it, please, just as we wrap things up. Excellent. And then, yeah, heading over to this area right here. See if we can jazz this up slightly. Oh, good. That came in nice. And then what I was thinking, too, is this actually might look really nice if we were to redo it as the modern city center. So what I'm going to do is actually get rid of the housing right here, and we'll replace the whole thing with high-density commercial. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of reworking of across the street as well, because people are going to find it a bit too noisy. So I don't mean to, like, yeah, de-zone this and kill the population and stuff. We're just going to repurpose this very, very quickly here, though. You'll see what I'm up to. And then something we can do, which I think is a really fun, handy way to deal with noise, is a slight barrier of just offices right there. So we're going to make this a little bit more high density. Again, not trying to undo the work from before, but just repurpose this a little bit here. And so we'll expand this as well, actually. And then we'll do modern city center just in this little bit right here. Cool. And again, just like, you know, the variety. Well, I think we're really going to enjoy the addition this makes. So switch this over, modern city center. And that looks best on the high density commercial. So bring this all in, replace the buildings. Give us more of that shopping vibe. We can probably throw down an asset or two from the unique buildings that'll go well with this. And then I would like organic and local produce for this little section right here. And then we'll put some plazas in the rest. And then this way we're going to be getting some commercial buildings that are going to be focused more on parking lots. So it kind of suits the mall vibe a bit more. Okay, so King Heights. I want that one to be specialized, which is a different way of doing things. Let's specialize that. And you know, in retrospect, I probably should have done a specialized green city district up there too, but that's okay. We still got another episode. We can work on things. All right, so plazas that are part of the base game. Let's not use anything too crazy here. The Statue of Wealth might look great. We already have this one down, of course. Bank of America does not belong in the game. I'm going to be trying to be good about that. I know there's so many great assets in here, but Friendly neighborhood park building exists. Might run into that problem a few times here. Yeah, I feel like this is already... Okay. May have to rethink my my approach over here. Yep. I'm not going to be... Oh, actually, you know, one of these might... Oh, they already exist as well. Okay, you know what? Forget that. And this actually made me randomly think of it. I still did not put down my clinic, which I meant to put up here. So, I don't know why I had that segue, but really quickly, let me throw that down. Okay, so maybe a clinic over here. A little family doctor kind of vibe. And we can put one over here closer to the main street. Okay, that was a random one, but still pretty important to put down. Okay, yeah, so back over here. What are we going to do? What do we got? I am sort of determined, but at the same time... Oh, this is a beauty right here. Yes. Okay. Take back what I said about that being the zonable area. We're going to make that into this little plaza, and then we'll put down some walking paths in between. In there as well. And we should still get some commercial coming in with the parking lot. So we'll still have like a mission accomplished in that sense. But this is cool for variety right here. Build that density up. And of course a fire. And then now, yeah, so what I wanted to do, just the very last thing here, before time gets too far away from us, is let's just do a little turnaround here for some buses, and we'll bring another bus route in. Now we can kind of connect the two zones up. And then next episode, what we'll do is throw down some bus lines over here. We'll try to jazz this area up a little bit. And I really do want to use the Central Park, so maybe we can expand further onto this. We'll kind of say, well, we'll have to be efficient next episode. Doing a lot of just dancing around, having a great time over here, you know? But I feel like we are getting stuff built. I shouldn't be too negative here, but in my mind, when I start these episodes, I see so much more getting done. You know what I mean? So I'm actually going to connect this up. And I'm going to put just a one-way loop into this thing right here so buses can come in, do their business. Do the things that buses do. Oh, and of course, let's use the bus lanes again for that, if we can, please. And whether it gets used for another bus route down the road, no pun intended, I still like doing like 1 or 2 bays in here, just so that we can have maybe some drivers be like out of service, that kind of stuff, right? Not that the game actually does that, but you know, we can do make-believe, right? Okay, so let's go this way. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? This is a really, really, really great thing. Let's go through the modern city center area down here. Still enough room that you can easily walk over. But this way, if we stop right here, we're going to encourage the lines to share. And that's like, you know, if we break away up here or break away at the roundabout, we can get more people using the network here, which will be fantastic. So we can put a stop in here. Just in case people want to walk. Stop along this one. And let's go down to the train station area and then have another turnaround point. So stopping here. Stop in there just for a little bit of future development. And we very easily could put some stops on this one. May have to do that actually. Yeah, encouraging the line sharing right there. Coming on in this way. And you can even see the buildings already starting to upgrade. Public transit is so phenomenal. And I believe it is a requirement for actually the level 5 buildings. You have to have public transit in the area for that to happen. And then yeah, I don't know if we can get both of them in here. There's technically 2 lines, right? Yeah, create a line. I might not be able to. That's the thing. You know what we could do though? This is so sneaky. So I'm gonna put that stop right there. I'm gonna drag it over. Oh, you know what? That means that one is on that line. Okay, so let's pull this over. Isn't that sneaky? So let's do the other side. Right? And then over here, click, pull this over, and have them line share again. Tell me that's not sneaky, eh? Okay, so pull this one over. Done. So a little bit of use right here. Hopefully people walk on down. It's not too far. Oh, poor game. I think that's it, guys. I think we're out of time here. There's just so much more I want to do, but man, we did a lot here, didn't we, eh? So I think I'll just let this run a little bit after the recording stops so we can kind of zone in a bit more. beautiful with the rain, but I think what we can do is maybe turn the rain off. Oh, goodness gracious me, no one's going to come in if we don't get these pipes. Almost had me, but yeah, what we'll do, guys, is we'll sneak one little view with the rain off and kind of just do a quick little jaunt around and see what we've built. I don't want to end too abruptly here. Just the longer I make these, my poor computer having to render it, you know what I mean? Okay. But you know me, I think I could play this game till the end of time. Okay, so it's a good thing we put more services in. I'm gonna hope that they kind of get in on their own. Traffic is starting to build. Now, this could be something that does eventually sort itself out. It also could be us maybe putting too much strain. So, oh dear, I wasn't planning on doing this, but the last, oh my goodness, time just gets away and away and away, doesn't it? What I'm gonna do is a national road that comes through here. I would like a traffic light, please. And we're gonna use this little frontage road here. We're gonna go underneath the rail. Make that into a change, and we're gonna come up this way. Or maybe we go, yeah, we want to go underneath the rail, please. And then this is the end of the episode, I promise. Then we'll do the our little overhead venture. Okay, pull these over and down. That's much better, isn't it? And that way we don't have to worry as much about that bottlenecking. Very, very important for traffic. And then we spread these out. And this is how you add 10 more minutes to your episodes, right? Well, no, just in case we don't come back here later. I don't want it to be bad for the next handoff, right? Okay, cool. So the bus turns around here. That kind of makes sense to me. I don't think it's too steep. It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? We can actually lower this a bit more. Okay, and then the rain will turn off, and then let's go investigate what we've built, shall we? Okay, that goes there. Dynamic weather goes off. Pro tip, you need dynamic weather on if you want snow for the snow maps. There you go, a little traffic light there, that's perfect. So that'll help alleviate some of the junction traffic over here, maybe keep this for industrial only and encourage people who live in the mountains to take that little exit. Or of course the other side. Okay, so 3 speed so it fills in. And let's just, yeah, see what we build. So yeah, from the overhead, this now looks a lot better, doesn't it? We can definitely do some trees, neglected that. Again, this is how the episode ends up going on and on and on and on and on, but that's not a bad thing. So we didn't quite get the little lookout tower in. Hopefully we can get to that next episode. See how time still goes just in general for that. Yeah, build up the trees. And then how does this look over here? We could probably benefit from a bit more zoning. I did want some more plaza vibes in here. I think kind of the mixed shopping and then this little open bit there is nice though. And then, yeah, big fan of this European style shopping center alongside this American style one here. Nice assets. Yeah, not too shabby, eh? And yeah, bus comes on through here. We've encouraged some line sharing, so we should see some people leave the car at home. And there you go. Yeah, there's the bus traffic coming down. All right, guys, well, you know, drop me a line. Let me know what you think. Glad you're enjoying the series up until now. Always look forward to hearing from you. And we got way more stuff to do, which is really cool. Whether it's me or the next guys here. But yeah, it's been a lot, really, really fun. I'll see you in the next one for sure. Let me know how you're doing. And yeah, happy building, guys. We'll see you then. All the best and take care.